invite the children forward for our time together. I promise I don't bite very hard. That's good. Anyone else? I have a really loose definition of children. So, if you're under like 93, this is fantastic. So do you guys like sports? Yeah. Your dads definitely like sports. So what sports do you like? What's your favorite? Horseback riding, and that's a lot of fun. Horseback riding and soccer. How about you? What do you like in sports? You like horseback riding too? You too. How about you? Do you like any sports? Anybody here like basketball? Yeah, big thumbs up. Now, my favorite sport is fencing. Yeah, fencing. Have you ever seen people fence? With swords? It's a lot of fun. One of the nicest things about fencing is that you get to stick people with a sword and you don't get in trouble for it. But I wonder if I could get one of you to help me out. Can I do a volunteer? Okay, come on up. And what's your name? Whoa, that's a lot of names. Very quick. What's your first name? Griffin. Griffin. I'm Paul. Good to meet you. So, are you ready to learn to fence? Okay, this is my favorite sport. You are going to absolutely love this. So, the first thing that we need to do when we teach you how to fence is we've got to get the big bag. That bag weighs about as much as you do. Would you hold this for me? Now, when you fence, one of the most important things is to be safe. And so you have a special jacket that you wear. And Griffin, I'm going to get you to put this on for me. I'm just going to speak really loudly because this microphone is becoming a problem. So Griffin, come stand here, please. Put your foot right in there. Okay? Pull up through so you're not standing off. No. Step forward. Step forward, just like that. Okay, arms out. Okay, turn around for this all zipped up. You've got to be safe when you fence. It's always easier when I put these on myself. Okay. Do you feel safe? Okay. Let's make sure that you're really safe. Give me your hand when you put this glove on. You can. Maybe we'll skip the glove. Okay, we'll put the mask on you, so it should be very, very, very safe. Do you feel safe, sir? Okay. So turn around so everybody can get it. Which hand do you write with? Or color with? Your left hand or your right hand? Your left hand. That is super cool. I am also right. Here you go. Have a sip. Okay. So, are we ready to fence? What do we need to fence? Are we missing something? We're missing a fence. I know what we need. We need someone for you to fence. Right? Because you can't fence all by yourself. I just happen to have somebody that you can fence. I'm going to introduce you to my son, Ian. Hey, Ian. Come here. Okay, so we're going to do something that has never been done in this church before. Okay, now your job is to take this sword and stick him with it. And I'll give you, go ahead and practice. Just let him do it. Yeah. Okay, how'd that feel? That feel good? Okay, so come back over this way. I'm going to try and keep it from falling over. Okay, Ian, come in. Okay. Are you ready to fence? Now this time it's going to be for real. All right, so you gotta just hold the sword. Here, stretch your arm out nice and straight. Got it, Griffin? Got the sword? Okay, so I'm going to step back out of the danger zone. You might want to just be a little careful there. Are you ready? Fence. Go on. Griffin, you let him stick you. Here, let's take that mask off. It may be a little more comfortable. You want to take that off too? Is that warm? Let me take off the hot jacket too. Griffin, are you done? You know, Griffin did a really great job, but for some reason, Ian was still able to beat it. Why do you suppose that is? Why do you think? Take a guess. You think it's because Griffin was wearing stuff that was too big for him? You think he might have done better if he had a Griffin-sized suit instead of a Paul-sized suit? Yeah, and maybe if he'd had some practice, that would have helped. The Bible tells us a story of a young man named David. And he had a big fight against a guy named Goliath. And Goliath was about twice as big as Ian is. And the king wanted David to wear his armor. Wanted David to wear the king's armor. And just like Griffin didn't fit my armor, David couldn't wear the king's armor. And so he had to figure out another way to do things. And so the Bible tells us how David went out to battle not with a sword and a helmet, not with great big steel armor, but instead went out with a sling and some rocks. And how he used those to beat the giant. You ever have people tell you that you have to do things a certain way? Maybe friends at school. They make you think that you need to do things their way instead of your way. Yeah. We call that peer pressure. And one of the best things to remember is that God has already taught you some of the best ways to do things for you. And so if someone else is saying, hey, do it my way is the only way, remember that God has given you some good smarts and also good loving hearts so that you'll be able to do what you need to. So that's the lesson for today, is to stand up for who you are and let God help you. So would you have a prayer with me? Loving God, help us to always remember that your way is the way we should follow, and not the ways of other people. Help us to always follow you. Amen.